without any doubt, the greatest bodybuilding show on earth.
You don't want to miss this.
Best show in the world.
Well, I'm very excited.
Best Arnold weekend ever.
To your winner, Derek Lunsford.
Let's go.
Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we're gonna do a little bit more of a deep analysis of the Arnold Classic prejudging and the Classic Physique wrap up the finals from yesterday. I made a video after the live stream, but now we got more high quality footage out, so we're gonna take a deeper look into this. When I woke up this morning, I was like, I wanna hear other people's opinions, and I checked the other channels, but there was nothing out there really. Like, Fooda didn't make anything, there was only our live stream. I even played Big Strength and Powers video, but if you are a competitor, if you know a little bit more about bodybuilding, if you are deep into bodybuilding, you can't listen to Big Strength and Powers, so I didn't have any content to watch. So I was like, I need to make another video. So let's get into this one. Let's first take a look at what these guys, actually the top 4 guys, what they looked like in HD. Before we start, guys, also I want to announce that tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be doing a live watch along. So guys, join me. Let's start first with the Classic Physique and Wesley Wissers winning the Arnold Classic and Classic Physique. I gotta say it was pretty much expected. At one point during the prejudging, I thought they might actually go with more conditioning and not so much with the fullness and size and classic shape and wow factor that Wesley had, but we didn't get to see the live stream for the prejudging. I was basing this on the little snippets the audience took, but basically after I watched the finals, yeah, it was pretty clear that Wesley was still winning. Even though he maybe wasn't in his best condition at the prejudging, he actually tightened up a lot for the finals. He was in much better shape, in my opinion. I mean, yes, both happened in one day, but I think he did something. He carved up, I'm guessing, and he filled out a little bit more, and he was just bigger and harder and more detailed and just fuller. He just looked better. He kind of dwarfed Matthews Menegate. You know, Wesley with his improved legs now, with those lats popping out like crazy. I don't know what he did to the lats. I mean, I know he trained his legs really hard in the off season. He was focused on that, but I didn't expect his lats to be this freaking crazy, but I guess they were this big. The one lat was bigger than the other, so yeah, it looks like something suspicious, but let's not get into that. Anyways, he won. He deserved to win. Matthews Menegate was good. He was in great condition. He improved. He was actually 7th at the Mr. Olympia, so he improved quite a bit, but it just wasn't enough to beat a really good Wesley Wissers. When Wesley Wissers is on, he wins all of these shows, and he can win the Mr. Olympia potentially this year as well. We'll talk about that more. Now, if you guys checked out the scorecard, you can see that actually Sam Sulek placed 8th, and he managed to beat those 2 guys, Paul Canoe and Hang Niu. I can see him beating Hang Niu because he doesn't have the best classic physique, but this guy killed Sam, especially in the legs, right? He had much bigger legs. And Paul Canoe, this guy was also at the Mr. Olympia, and he looked good at the Arnold Classic. I'm not sure how this happened, but you know, Sam is loved by the audience. He has so many fans. People went crazy when he competed at the Arnold, so I'm guessing the judges didn't want to give him the last place. They let him win those 2 guys right here. I think they know that. They're aware of that. If Sam was a nobody, he would not be placing 8th here. It was a gift, really. But again, Wesley Wissers wins the Arnold Classic, Classic Physique. What would happen if Mike was there? That's a question we'll answer in another video. We'll probably have a rematch at the Arnold Classic UK in 2 weeks. In my opinion, Mike Sommerfeld, that is on, beats Wesley Wissers. I don't think Wesley would win if Mike was here and he was on, but who the hell knows? He wasn't here. He didn't do what he needed to do, and he didn't get there. So Wesley is the rightful winner. He came back after a hiccup year, and he looks better than ever. And honestly, sky's the limit for this guy. We'll see what he's going to do at Mr. Olympia. Whatever you guys think, tell me down below. All right. Now we get to the fun part, open class. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these guys one by one and see what kind of packages they brought. And then we'll take a top 2 call out and try to figure out who actually wins this show, because it's not that clear. Martin Fitzwater or Martin Bongwater or Martin Holzwater, Martin Sweatswater, he has a lot of nicknames right now because he didn't back up his words. You know, he actually blocked everybody, the entire social media, bodybuilding media outlets, all of them, all of us. And he was like, don't doubt me, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And he came here and he looked super watery. Not by any stretch. And for that reason, he's lucky to be in this top 4, really. I'm sure there is an argument for Brandon Curry beating him. If there was a call out, maybe there will be a call out at the finals if Martin doesn't improve or if Brandon improves. But what we're seeing from Martin is not good. Somebody told me that Stefan Kinsel said somewhere that he hurt his leg, basically like the day of the show, posing, something like that. But that's not it. I mean, maybe he wasn't able to present his physique to the best, maybe, but what is the issue is the soggy glutes, right? You can see wrinkly skin on his glutes, no separation anywhere in his physique, like from the front, from the side, it was all a blur. I mean, it wasn't a terrible condition. Even when Martin is off, it's still a good condition, but it's nowhere near his best. And against these guys, these monsters, like Andrew, Hadi, and Nick, he cannot go against these guys with his size unless he is shredded, which he failed to deliver here. Now let's take a look at Andrew Jacked. Finally here you can see it, guys, very clearly compared to the live stream. Of course, this is much better. And I would say Andrew Jacked was, I wouldn't say he was terribly off, but he wasn't on. You know, he was shredded at the Mr. Olympia, and he was also pretty shredded at the Romania Pro. I saw that in person, and it was really impressive. He was big, but lean enough. Here, he's more off than usual, than those 2 shows, really. He kind of brought his old package back. His posing, I think it was also improved. His side poses were better, but it's just not enough if you're not in shape, and he wasn't in great condition. You can see it right here, the glutes weren't separated, the hamstrings also showed no detail. Overall, he was very blurry, watery. This was not a very good look for Andrew Jack. It was actually very good, but not the best. And in this lineup, he needs to be his absolute best to win the Arnold Classic or to dominate in that top 4. This way, he's probably placing 3rd, in my opinion. It is a pretty good look, but it's not his best, and that's it. All right, now let's take a look at Hadi Chopin. From what I'm seeing right here, guys, basically is that Hadi is a little bit downsized. He improved the leg asymmetry. That's the first thing I noticed when he walked out. It was better. His right leg grew, or he lost the size from the left one. Like I said, he does look smaller. His limbs, especially, his arms look smaller, and his legs from the side. His conditioning is okay. I wouldn't say that he is off. I would say that he is maybe a little bit flat, but this is Hadi's usual condition. He was sharper, of course, but this is kind of pretty close to what he usually brings to the Mr. Olympia. The reason why it's not sure he's going to win this is because Nick brought something absolutely outstanding. It's not that Hadi is off. He is slightly off, but it's more so that Nick is freaking on. And let's take a look at this video right here. Man, I was so impressed. I want to see this guy win, and I know I'm a bit biased because I'm a huge fan of Nick, but just look at this, man. Look at this. And I actually did see some other guys commenting on the show and saying that it's not a clear win for Nick, that he still might lose this because of the obvious, the midsection control, especially in the transitions, but really in the poses as well. His overall shape is just not the most aesthetic one, not by any stretch, but man, this size, this conditioning, these details, the color was also great. He had enough oil too. Not that oil, he actually had some glaze on him and everything just looked good. This was a good look, good polish, good peak, good presentation as well. Yes, the midsection isn't perfect, that's an issue, but I want to see this guy win because he is that impressive, that freaky. And honestly, in the live stream, it seemed like it was a clear win for Nick, if you ask me. But in this video, it's not exactly as clear. So the first thing that I'm seeing here is that Nick actually improved his legs quite a lot, guys. Quite a lot. These legs used to be a weak point for him, right? Now they look bigger than Hadi's. Nick's legs remind me of Big Ramy's legs at this point right here. Like, this is crazy. The fullness here, the roundness, just the width of the legs compared to his waist and his shoulders. This just creates a much better V-taper, much better illusion. So, yeah, I actually surprisingly can even say that I have Nick winning this one. But let's give it to Hadi because of the midsection. And that's it. That's the only thing. Let's give this one to Hadi. Let's be generous. Let's go with the next pose, front lat spread. Now, this is Nick's weakest pose. And he should lose this one, actually. And let's say he is losing this one because of his midsection. It's just too big, too huge. Even though he has more muscle, better conditioning, better details, he probably loses this one because of his waist, his midsection. All right, let's say Hadi wins 2 poses. Then let's move on to the side poses. And here you can see that Nick beats Hadi in the side poses for sure. In the side chest right here. With the lower body mainly, but the upper body conditioning and details as well. And overall, the size, man. Nick looks bigger, much bigger than Hadi from the side. And this angle is not favoring Nick. Nick is kind of far behind Hadi. And so Hadi looks bigger, but let's not pay attention to the proportion of these guys. We know that Nick is bigger and heavier than Hadi. Let's just take a look at the physiques and the completeness of the physique. So side chest, Nick in my opinion. Side tricep, I give this one to Nick as well. Even though Hadi does look great, really polished, Nick is just freakier, bigger. The legs look crazy, the arms, the shoulders, the chest too. I mean, this is a good pose for Hadi, so I'm guessing it's very close because of Hadi's midsection. Okay, let's give this one to Hadi. Let's say 3-1 for Hadi here. Let's go with the next pose, abs and thighs. Now, this one should always go to Hadi, but honestly, I don't know if I see it that way. I don't know. Nick has really blocky, prominent abs, crazy big quads. But sure, Hadi's probably winning this one because he's more streamlined. That's the thing. Now, in the back poses is where Nick dominates. I don't know if you can see it clearly here because, again, he's being out-angled by Hadi, but everyone who was at the show and who saw the live stream basically can see it. Nick is way more conditioned in the glutes, in the hamstrings, and he has much bigger lower body. Also, the back is definitely on Nick's side. Back lat spread, here it looks like Hadi is winning, but this was not the case on the live stream. Take a look at the live stream. It's much, much different. Here, obviously, Hadi's out-angling Nick, so you can't really see the size difference, but Nick is much bigger. Nick wins both back poses, no doubt about that. And also, the most muscular, I would say this one goes to Nick as well, because he is that freaky, that crazy. But Hadi is also on, I wouldn't say Hadi is terribly off. And this is going to be extremely difficult for Nick to win. From what I'm seeing online, I would say most people are expecting Nick to win the Arnold Classic or just cheering for him, but most people are actually voting for Nick to win. Even on my poll, most people are actually going with Nick and then with Andrew, actually. Hadi doesn't have a lot of points, but that's maybe because Hadi is not very popular right now. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not sure, guys, honestly. Based on the live stream again, I was sure that Nick was winning, but now looking at his high-quality footage, it seems like Hadi actually he might be in the lead. I have no idea. If they're going to go for more size and more wow factor and just, popularity as well. Imagine if at this period in the year, in the history, basically, an Iranian comes to the United States of America and wins basically the biggest prize money at any bodybuilding show in the world. I don't know if the judges will allow that, honestly. I don't know if there are those kind of politics at the Arnold Classic, but just imagine that. It would just not make a lot of sense. So Nick might have an advantage in terms of that. In my opinion, I want to see Nick win, but did he deserve to win this show? I would say it's very close. It's kind of like apples and oranges. Even though these guys are very similar with structure, it's still, size and freak factor from Nick, or more streamlined, smaller, or also very freak and conditioned physique of Hadi. You guys tell me down below, what do you think? Who do you think is winning this? Oh, and also, we have a statement basically from Fooda. And as you guys know, he did not deliver. He failed quite a bit. And he actually made a statement in the form of his story, but a couple of people sent me the story and they sent me the translation because it's in Arabic. And basically what they say is, somebody said here, essentially what he's saying is that Patrick Tour picked him with 100 grams of rice and 100 grams of meat, even though he was expressing his opinions towards Patrick that they should start loading at the beginning of the week. Every time Fooda would bring up that he was uncomfortable with the decisions Patrick was making, he'd say that Fooda is just overthinking and he needs to rest and he's wrong and he doesn't need to worry as much. Fooda essentially saying that Patrick is putting the blame on him every time something goes wrong and is not taking any responsibility, and Fooda is usually taking the hit on social media. He even said that he's usually adamant on Patrick not posting his check-ins, but Patrick insists on consistently posting his check-ins. Most likely Fooda will leave Patrick, and that's this guy's personal opinion. Based on this, if this is actually true, it's probably what's gonna happen. Now, I could text Patrick and hear his side of this, but I don't have a lot of time, guys. I'm sorry. I'm making a whole bunch of content during the Arnold Classic, and also my clients are sending me check-ins this weekend as well, so I'm all over the place. And yeah, by the way, guys, I'm coaching as well. You can check my athletes and my transformations on Even Bodybuilding Coaching on Instagram. And if you need a coach, somebody to help you get ready for the summer. Summer is close, guys. Better start soon. Start now. You can just DM me on Instagram. We can talk about that. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, actually, before we wrap up, tell me, what do you think about Fooda's look? I mean, honestly, he doesn't look like he was terribly off. I mean, he was not as good as he looked on social media, but it was still a pretty decent look, I would say so, and I think he made progress. Could have he looked better and placed higher if he did things on his own way, if he did the basically Nick Walker approach without a coach? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Patrick made the right decisions, and this is just the best that they could bring Fooda at. Maybe something could have been changed, but I hope Fooda doesn't leave Patrick and they fix these mistakes for Fooda's next show, hopefully the Arnold Classic UK or some other show down the line. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, once again, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for the live tonight, and also for the content after that, and the next week, and then the Detroit Pro, and then the Arnold Classic UK, and the entire year, and the entire probably decade. We'll see about that. But yeah, prepare for a lot of content. Stay here, subscribe. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.